I got a bunch of DMs saying, yo, how do I actually ship out my clothes once I sell them? So I decided I'm gonna make a video today as I ship out some of my clothes from my clothing brand. My name's Dylan. I own a clothing brand here in Australia. Last month I did $30,000. I don't sell a course. I don't do none of that shit. I just give away all the source and the info for free. All I ask in return is you leave a little subscribe. But let's get straight into it. I'm gonna show you how to do it the cheapest, the quickest, and the way that is still the most premium for your brand, regardless of where you are in the world. So if you've already got an order, the next thing you'll need to do is set up a shipping app. I'm sure you've looked on the Shopify app store. There is so many. I'm gonna show you the best ones and their purposes. So by far, the best all-rounder would be PirateShip. This is probably the best if you're from United States or anywhere overseas that isn't Australia. This is probably gonna be the easiest one for you with the best rates already baked in. You don't have to earn loyalty for them. And it's completely free. There's no monthly fees or any hidden costs in it. That's why I put it so high. If you're just starting out, I'd highly recommend using that one just to start. And as you start getting more orders, that's when you can test these other apps that go really, really in depth. When I say in depth, I mean something like ShipStation. I mean, look at this. You can go from different warehouses and a bunch of other different options as well. And if you're in Australia like me, there's only one app you need. It is called Easy Label Australia Post Ship. It's free. There's no monthly costs at all unless you want to use some e-parcel sort of options. But other than that, it's completely free, and this is the one that I use for my store. With those two options, with PirateShip and with Easy Label, if you're in Australia, you cannot go wrong. You will not make a mistake. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump into my ship app of choice. And I'm pretty much going to go through and I'm going to select all the orders that I want to ship out with the checkbox. Be the exact same with PirateShip. It will walk you through it as well. It's super easy. Make sure when you're shipping out as well, you have the accurate weights for your product. You don't want to cop a massive fine just for a couple 100 grams over. And when I say massive fine, I mean like a couple of bucks. So whether you're on ShipStation or whether you're on any other app, they all work the exact same. You want to select all the orders and then you want to click fulfill and print labels. Now what this will do is it will automatically update the tracking number for the customer. Make sure you have emails turned on for that. Make sure they're updated with your logo and all that. And they'll send an automatic email to the customer with the tracking. Now comes on to how to print your labels. The easiest way to print them out with the least barrier to entry is if your family or someone you know already has a regular inkjet or laser printer, is to go into your post office and ask for some A4 sheets of label paper. I went in and I asked at my post office and they gave me like 10,000 of these labels. I have them all stacked out in the garage. And then from there, it's as easily grabbing the print file that ShipStation or Easy Label or whichever other app sends you, going over here, printing just like anything else, and press print. You don't need to change any other settings on your printer. It will start printing out right now. And now that you have the label printed, you need something to put the label on. The best and most cheapest way is buying thousands of these poly mailers online. I'd say go to Alibaba, AliExpress, but if you're in a rush, all your department stores are going to have these. I buy mine in bulk and these are just matte plastic or glossy fabric matte ones, and they probably cost me around 8 cents each. They protect the parcel because, as you can see, my shirts come in these protective films anyway, so there's a little bit of double protection there. And obviously I'm not going to stick something straight on this. People can see what it is. People are going to rob my shit. But you can go down the thermal printer route, which in the long run is a little bit cheaper. You just have to buy the specific labels for it. The post office won't give you those for free, or at least my one doesn't. But pretty much any one on Amazon that you see that has above 4 or 4.5 stars, I have used, and they are pretty good. Obviously it depends which one you get, which country you're in will probably differ as well. But this is the one I use and I have no issue with it. It is a little bit more expensive than just a regular inkjet printer, so if you want to try and just cop it and just use some of the free ink, just go to a department store and buy one for like 40 bucks. And then when you actually start getting more orders, then you can invest in something like a better printer or a better thermal printer. But now we need to actually pack the shirts. Alright, now that you've got your label, I pretty much just folded these in half and ripped them off. They're already on the label paper, as I was saying. You want to find the shirt, the size, make sure everything is correct, and put it in a poly mailer. So this customer ordered a medium grey in my monochrome shirt. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply just going to put it in the poly mailer. Now, if you're wondering what size poly mailer I use, this one is a 25 by 30, not including the 4 centimeter flap. When you're talking to suppliers, make sure they include the plus 4 centimeter or however many inches for the actual flap, because you're going to fold this over and it's going to stick down like that. Sometimes they won't include that, and then you won't have any flap to actually go down and secure the package. That's a bit of sauce for you. What I do then is I chuck in a little discount card for the customer. This is the only discount I have on my store. Someone who's already bought is more likely to buy twice than someone who hasn't, just so you know. So then I rip off this sticky part here, and then I just fold it down and over. And make sure you pat it down so it seals nice and people can't open it up. If people open up these poly mailers, they will absolutely destroy it. So that's a good way to know if it's been damaged in transit, if it has been tampered with, because these things are a pain in the ass to take off and they ruin everything. And now that I've got this, I'm just gonna stick the label on the back. Sometimes as well, I like to actually stick the label over the little flap, so if people do want to open it up, it actually shows it has been tampered with. Why I'm so nervous about all this stuff, trust me, I've been fucked over by shipping companies in the past. It is crazy. And there you go. That is how you pack your very first order for your clothing brand. And now all you have to do is go to the post office. If they ask you if you're posting stuff off, to say, yeah, I am, but it's already lodged online and I don't need a receipt because I already got one online. Trust me, a lot of clothing brand owners will say, oh, the post office employees hate me because I always bring him. Trust me, they don't. Build a good relationship with your post office and they will love to see you coming, especially if you come in, you don't need a receipt, you just drop stuff off, you say have a good day and see you later. That is the most important part about your clothing brand, is building relationships with people in your supply chain. But anyway, I appreciate you watching the video. Let me know if you want any more videos like this about simple tasks for your clothing brand. I'd be happy to make some more like this. Peace out. Thank you for watching.